What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Tuesday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD. Looking fresh today, JD. How are you today, bro?
Doing good, man. It was just like we talked about it all day yesterday. It was so hot, and it
So,
was so hot that I just had to shave all of my hair off, man. Like,
yeah, I got mine taken care of yesterday as well. I didn't go, the all the way off like you, but I did get,
yeah,
a little bit shorter on the hair, so it's a little more bearable. It's hot as hell up in the New York City area by me, but after tomorrow, we're going back to rain for like 7 days, which was all last week, so I'm not really excited for that. But we're going to enjoy today and tomorrow while we have the beautiful weather. JD, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
everything's good, man. Everything's rolling along nicely, and yeah, I've been getting out quite a bit, just doing a lot of stuff in the yard, like I said, boat stuff. And that's a good thing. I've noticed that a lot of people in this area, or as far as the sports betting world, um, you know, they tend to not get out as actually much. And that's something that I would tell everybody. Just try to make sure to make time to like do. Uh,
Yeah, 100%.
just get outside and do something because it like definitely helps you. So
100% with that, bro. 100% with that. You got to get out. You can't just be in the house all day looking at lines. You got to get out and actually live your
yeah,
life as well. You need a good balance when we go over that. But JD, I think it's a perfect time to go over our Monday recap. I'll start here. We had one big play yesterday, which was the Mariners 2U. They won by 1,000,000 runs. That was a no sweat there. We had a big profitable day, went 5-1 on the day. So very happy with how yesterday turned out. Let's carry that momentum into today's slate. JD, how'd you do yesterday?
yesterday was good. As far as my tennis card in the morning, I was down a little bit, but then I did sweep. I did sweep my baseball plays last night, so did have a profitable day. Did have that big play on the Mariners team total over, which was absolutely no sweat. We like those, and then I had the Braves also, which somehow did turn into a sweat, but they still got the job done. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So at least turned it around. Turned it around after the morning. So we love
okay,
to hear that. All right, JD. Well, as always, we have a big show today. We got 5 games we're going to be breaking down. And as always, if you guys are in the chat, we know our guy J-Bo has to be out there somewhere. Actually, maybe not, because he hasn't put anything in the comments. We usually see J-Bo right away. So if anyone else out there has any questions on any games we're not going over, drop them in the chat. We are here to go over whatever games you guys want us to go over. Shout out to our guy Stetsy Boy, who is here. Joseph, it's hot in Indiana, I guess, as well. We were just going over that, Joseph. It is hot as hell by me in the New York City area, and I know by JD as well. All right, JD. It's about that time we go into our first game of the day, and that's going to be the New York Yankees taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Not to toot our own horns, but we came on the show yesterday. We told you guys, don't take the Yankees in this spot. It was not a spot for the Yankees, and I'm glad to say we were correct about that. Well, not glad, because as everyone knows, I am a Yankees fan, so it would have been nice to still see them win the game. But it was nice to be vindicated watching that and seeing them lose and saying, at least we read this game right. We knew what the hell we were talking about. To today's game, pitching for the Yanks, Carlos Rodon, 9-5, 3.1 ERA, 0.98 whip. He's been fantastic this year. But that's not the story of this game. The story of this game is Chase Burns, the pitcher going for the Reds. He's the number 1 pitching prospect in baseball, making his debut today. JD. All that being said, Chase Burns, a guy that throws gas. It's weird when you look up a player's profile here on ESPN or MLB and see that they were born in 2003. A little depressing to see that, but that is where we are in life right now, JD. What do you like in this game? Superstar, up-and-coming, young top prospect against Carlos Rodon, who's 9-5. With very good underlying metrics this year, 3.1 ERA, 0.98 whip. He has 114 strikeouts in 95 innings, gets a lot of swing and misses. What do you like in this game?
I haven't bet this game yet, but there is a play that I'm like close to. I just kind of wanted to talk this one out with actually you, since actually you are the Yankees guy. Yeah, just like you're saying, as far as the Reds, they are bringing up Chase Burns. Yes, he is good. I believe he pitched for Wake. But as far as the minors this year, though, he has started out in single A, then went up to double A, and then actually went up to triple A. During that time, the actually like batting average against him is 167, has a .77 whip. He's been pitching very well. Here's what I don't like, though. why are the Reds calling him up in this spot?
I agree.
It's one, you're playing at home, so as far as the ballpark goes, as far as the ballpark, I mean, this ballpark just gives up runs. It is so hot. I think the high there, or at least I think at first pitch is gonna be like 97.
Yep.
And then you're gonna face the Yankees lineup. So like, believe me, like I understand, like he is good. Like he's very good.
He's going to be one of the better pitchers in baseball, in my opinion,
Yeah.
but he hasn't done it yet.
But why, as I was saying, so why, of all the starts, why put him in this situation for his first one? I just don't. I think there's a high likelihood it does not go well. Then on the other side, as far as actually like Rodon goes, as far as the strikeouts, he's like been getting those, but when he gives up hits, they're normally big hits.
No, they're not big hits, they're bombs. They're leave
bombs.
The park when he gets hit hard.
And once again tonight, just like I said, it's going to be hot. They're playing in the ballpark. Like I said, it just gives up runs. So I'm really looking at the over here.
Okay.
Because I think both teams can most likely put up runs. I would definitely lean to the Yankees side. But I just still think there's just going to be overall runs. So actually, that is what I am looking at here.
I'm not sure that you're going to like my pick on this game after hearing what your play is, because I'm going to be on the Reds team total under. I do think it's going to be a tough spot for them to win. Yeah. I do think they are going to struggle against Rodon. He is a lefty. They have some lefty bats in this Reds lineup that he should be able to do well against. And I do think the Yankees will have a much better performance here. I do think the Yankees as well will be able to hit the young pitcher in Chase Burns. Like I said, I think he's going to have a fantastic career. He has fantastic numbers in the minors. He's a #1 pitching prospect in baseball for a reason. The guy's a stud. But he's 22 years old, coming into a big environment, has never been in this type of game. And as JD said, it's very tough to do that in your first game against the Yankees and Aaron Judge. It's just a tough lineup for your first lineup to face. It is a little odd that they would pick today of all days to give him his major league debut, especially when he hasn't had a ton of time in the minors. But like I said, the only angle I'm willing to take on this game as of right now would be the Reds team total under 3.5. You could actually get that at plus 120, which I love that we have some good value there on the big plus money. I would also take the Yankees in a parlay. I'm debating a parlay, JD. I want to. So it's tough because the second leg of the parlay is the next game we're breaking down today. So I don't want to give that out yet and go over that. But just keep that in the back of everyone's minds. I would lean the Yankees in a parlay as well. I wouldn't take them straight at a -160. I don't bet -160 straight plays. Basically in any sport, the only sport I'll bet a -160 is at a UFC fight if we do feel like we have a big edge there. But in terms of MLB, I don't play any straight -160s. So I do like the team total under for the Reds. I do think their offense will not do as well as they did yesterday, and I think Rodon will have a big performance. I do have to give credit, JD, as well. Austin Winans, the pitcher for the Yankees, or Alan Winans, I apologize.
Yeah.
He was pretty good for the first 4 or 5 innings of that game. He did not have a bad performance. I will say it was very nerve-wracking watching a guy who throws an 89-mile-per-hour fastball try and dance around the plate last night, and eventually in that 4th inning, it did catch up to him a little bit. But it wasn't his fault. They lost. The Yankees' bats were just dead. I do expect a bigger performance out of them today. Do you think the Yanks are going to get the win, JD, for maybe a potential parlay piece? Because at a -160, it's not bad value for a parlay piece.
Yeah, there's the only way that I would play him here. This is one of those spots where I know as far as the Reds, as far as the way you like it here, as far as their team total under, but it just seems like it could be a tricky spot, just actually all around here. So it would be a spot where, yes, I think the Yankees win, but I would in no way lay any juice though. So yes, I would put them like with actually someone else or
Absolutely. And well, the team I like next is going to be the next game, or the team I like to parlay them with is going to be in the next game we're going over. So let's bring that one up here, JD. The next game we're breaking down today is going to be the New York Mets hosting the Atlanta Braves. Pitching for the Braves is your guy, Spencer Strider, who's finally starting to look like Spencer Strider. He's 2-5 on the year with a 3.89 ERA. But remember, his first 2 to 3 starts of the year were brutal. So if he's got his ERA all the way back down to a 3.89 and his whip down to a 1.1, essentially, he's done a very good job over his most recent starts. He's coming to look like Spencer Strider again. And as JD said before his last start, his spin rates have come back. His stuff is looking like his old stuff. So it's good to see Spencer Strider get back into it. On the other side for the Mets, Frankie Montas. And let me tell you something, guys. If you don't know who Frankie Montas is, buckle up, especially if you're a Mets fan. Might be a bumpy ride with him on the bump. Montas has kind of a journeyman pitcher. Last year, he went 7-11 on the year. He was pitching for the Brewers. He had a near 5 ERA and a near 1.5 whip. He's now coming back off injury, and I just don't see him being able to really keep down this Braves offense. JD, I'm going to go first. Normally, we go over to you. I absolutely love the Braves in every single way today. Every single way today, I love the Braves. So, you can get the Braves at a minus 145 straight, which I don't like playing money lines that high, but it is in my range I'm willing to play. However, JD, I was talking last game that I do like a parlay from the first game and this game. And what do you think about the Yankees and the Braves parlayed at a plus 175? To me, I just think that's a ton of value to take both teams to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are you thinking about this game?
I definitely like that price. Yeah, as you just said, as far as my guy Spencer Strider, yeah, he is like everything is coming back to life now. He's definitely starting to look good. He just faced this Mets team. Believe it, yeah, it was just last week, so we don't love that. But he actually went 6 innings, struck out 8, and only gave up 1 earned. I'm not as worried about it today, because the Mets, as we talked about yesterday, they're just not playing good ball currently. I believe they're now.
And what do we say? And what do we say on the show, JD? Especially in the summertime, when a team is doing good, what do we do? And if they're doing bad, what do we do?
If a team's running well, you're just going to keep riding them. And if a team is running bad, like the Mets are, you just continue to fade them.
Yep.
And most of y'all know my certain rule is you do it actually like until it loses twice. There's how I personally do it. But anyway,
love that.
So yeah, everybody can clearly know where I am here. But anyway, yeah. As far as Strider, I think he can still do his thing. The Mets just haven't proven that they can like really put up runs yet. But the Mets, they're on this losing streak here. They're not playing well, and they decide to call up Frankie Montas. He has had 6 minor league starts, rehab starts. Guess what his ERA is in those 6 minor league starts?
I'm gonna guess 6, just because it would fit the mold there.
12.
Oh, doubled. Taking him to Ireland, went to Dublin.
Now, I was about to say it now, and this isn't just it's not just 1 or 2 starts, because sometimes that happens. You have a 12, and it's not really.
Dude, this guy sucks. I don't know how he's still in the majors. He sucks.
This one is as bad as it looks because it was over 6 starts.
Yeah.
So, like I said, why they decided to call him up now to try to get them a win, But anyway, so yeah, I think the Braves can definitely hit him. The Braves offense, like we were talking about yesterday, yesterday they actually did only score 3, but still they are swinging much better bats than the Mets are.
The Mets are swinging no bats.
Correct. And yesterday, as far as we actually talked about hits and like the bases, every single one of those plays hit.
Yep.
We actually talked about 3 or 4 guys, and every one of those hit.
Yep.
And as far as today, you have, I actually got Acuna over 1.5 total bases at minus 115. That has to be more juiced now, because I thought that price was way off because he is swinging such a hot bat currently.
He's batting at 422 now, I believe, since
Something
being
like
activated from the IL. Yeah, he's been unbelievable. Best player in baseball right now.
So, like I said, I'm sure that has some more juice on it now. But I thought at 115, I thought that was a crazy price. But yes, but I'm also on the Braves. I actually bet them at minus 142. You can. It looks like like Alpha said, you still can actually get a minus 145, and I think that's fine too.
Yeah, I still think it's fine as well. I'm officially going to be on that parlay as well. I'm officially going to be on the Yankees and the Braves parlay, guys. I just don't see any way Frankie Montas gets it done pitching for this Mets team. But let me tell you something, JD. It's a little scary because for some unknown reason, the Mets take dog shit pitchers and turn them into quality starters. So we'll have to see what happens, but I just don't see it here coming from a guy like Frankie Montas, who has been on every team in the league basically and has sucked on every team in the league. Let's go over the comments. We have a bunch of people here dropping in some comments and some picks that they're on. Thomas, I know I put something up from you earlier, but I didn't see this one. He's on the Rays so far. Interesting. We will be breaking down that game. Bill Norman says, good day, fellas. He appreciates the hard work. We appreciate you, Bill. Welcome back to the show as always. Our guy, Joe, frequently on the show. We appreciate you, Joe. And Joe, we got to get you on soon, man. We need some of those WNBA locks, the W, so let's get it. My guy, Andrew. I haven't seen your name here before. Appreciate you tuning in, man. As a Mets fan, Braves money line is free as the oxygen we are breathing. Very funny comment. Don't jinx us. Don't jinx us. Don't say that yet. But I do think it's a good play here for the Braves. David has me cracking up. I did read this a second ago. His bet on the Mets game is they will sell more Dippin' Dots than ever before.
That sounds good, man.
I don't know if you watched what happened. There's a reason that he's saying that through the broadcast. No. You heard a female fan said she wanted some Dippin' Dots during the game. At the Mets game. So I have a feeling that is what he is referring to. Footy, I don't remember what you're talking about, which logic with Tommy Pham, but I'm with it. So actually, I think there's a Bayern soccer game today. So how have you not come in here writing Bayern in all caps? That's what you always do. So we'll figure it out. Joe is saying the W is in his VIP. So make sure you guys check out Joe. He's the best I know with a W. I will give you that. Huge day in the W, we saying. Huge day in the W. Check it out. All right, JD. All that being said, it's time to move on to our third game of the day, which a couple people in here already have bets on. We got the Rays. We got the Royals. Pitching for the Rays is Taj Bradley. If you've watched this show, you know my opinion on Taj Bradley. I will not go into too many details. I think he is a gas can. He is 4-5 on the year with a 4.95 ERA and a 1.35 WHIP. He doesn't have a lot of control as well. In 80 innings, he's walked 34 guys and has given up 12 homers. On the other side for the Royals, they have one of their better pitchers going, Chris Bubich. And Bubich is 6-4 in the year with a 2.1 ERA. He's also got a 1.1 WHIP. In 85 innings of work, he's accumulated 88 strikeouts and has only allowed 3 homers. That's the biggest thing that sticks out about Bubich. He doesn't give up homers. 3 homers allowed in 85 innings is fantastic numbers there. All that being said, JD, I think one team has a clear advantage on the pitching matchup. What do you like in this game? You like the Royals or do you like the Rays?
I don't think that you're going to like what I have to say here.
I might not.
With saying that, I do not have a play here. But as far as our guy Taj Bradley, just like Alpha said, I like try to find spots to fade him. He's somebody that I absolutely love to fade. Except when you look at his numbers this year, you notice that his numbers on the road are actually good. And it makes sense because at the home ballpark there now, they're playing it in that small park, and it's been super hot, and they've just been, I mean, like everybody scores runs there. So like
it's the same with the A's, right? Those are the two when you look at their like home numbers, it's for their pitchers at least, everything's inflated because they're not playing in major league stadium dimensional fields. They are minor dimensions.
Definitely. So looking at that, he has pitched a lot better on the road. Now, as far as actually Bubich goes, Bubich, we always say this. I'm not sure how you actually say it.
Bubich. I only know this because I watch a ton of their games, and the announcers have gotten me right on the pronunciation of the Bubich.
I try to not watch Royals games, so there you go. Yes, as far as a starter, I mean, yes, they actually do have the edge there. But as far as the lineups go, man, I think the Rays have a big edge there. And I think that might overcome, this. So the Rays, as a dog, what can you get them at? Get them at plus 120, man. That's how I would lean. Like this card has I have a lot of plays today. Like I normally don't have like 5 plays on actually like a baseball card, but I actually do here.
I do.
But I would just have to go Rays, man.
Well, you're right. I don't like what you had to fucking say. And I'm sorry, Thomas. I don't like what you have to say either because I am on the Royals in this spot. I think the Royals will have a big performance with Bubich on the bump. You're right. Taj Bradley does have better road numbers. He definitely does. But they're still bad. It's not like his road numbers are good. He does have a 4.02 ERA. He's 1-2 on the year. And when you look at his most recent starts, last game he went out there against Baltimore at home. He gave up 6 runs. Start before that, the team won 7-5. He didn't give up any runs, or he gave up 5 runs in that game, but none of them were earned. Interesting. 5 runs. There were 5 runs when he was pitching, but none of them were earned. Interesting. Game before that, they played Miami, where he gave up 7 earned runs through 4 innings. So he's just not a guy I like to back. He's a guy I do like to look for spots to fade. And as you guys know, the Royals are really only a team I like to play on at home. I like to play the Royals at home. They're a much better home team. So far this year, they're about 500 at home, or they are 500 at home. They're 19-19. But over the last 2 to 3 years, this team has been one of the better home teams in baseball. Bobby Witt's going to have a big performance here. One thing that I did notice here, Eloy Jimenez looks like he will be back for the Rays tonight. We have to see if he will be in the lineup, so that'll be a good stick for them to get back. But outside of that, I think the Royals are going to be able to get a win here. It is an official play for me, and the line has dropped into a range I'm comfortable playing with it. You can currently get it at a -130, and that's exactly what I am playing. J-Bo, where the hell have you been? In the start of the show, I was asking where you were. We didn't see any of your comments here today, bro. We appreciate you tuning in as always. And no hat, JD. We were actually talking about this before the show. We've done the show for well over a year now. This is the first episode JD has not worn a hat. So, little behind the curtain look for you guys on a little JD mindset for today's show. He's locked in. He didn't even want to wear a fucking hat for today's show. Yeah. All right, JD. We still have a few games we're going to be going over today. And J-Bo, I'm sure you'll have a game you want us to talk about. Or if anybody out there has another game you want us to talk about, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the comments. We are here for you guys to give you whatever breakdowns of whatever games you guys want. Today's a great slate, so don't be shy. Put them in there. We're here for you guys. And it also gives us something to talk about. So put shit in there for us. All right, JD, we're going to keep it rolling right along to probably my favorite play of the day. Let's be honest here. We're going to the Seattle Mariners taking on the Minnesota Twins. Pitching for the M's, we have Luis Castillo, who doesn't really look like Luis Castillo this year, to be honest here. He hasn't looked as elite as he has in previous years. He's 4-5 on the year with a 3.3 ERA. On the other side, we have Chris Paddock. When did he turn into a decent pitcher? His stats don't show that he's been good, but he has been kind of good this year. He's 3-6 in the year with a 4.4 ERA. He does have a lower whip than Luis Castillo at a 1.2. JD, I'm going to kick it over to you. This one is one of my favorite plays of the day. What do you like in this game? Let's see if we're aligned here.
Well, once again, just like yesterday, this was our favorite game yesterday. Well, once again, it's both of our favorite games today. I'm not sure if we're on the same play here, but we are. This is definitely our favorite game. Yeah, man, the Mariners, they stayed hot. They put up a bunch of runs again. And this is one of those things like actually we like just talked about. When like a team is like hot, you keep riding them. And the Mariners bats are hot. Just on the road this year, they've just been good all actually year long. And as far as actually Paddock goes, just like you were saying, yes, he like has been good. As far as just like overall. But his past couple starts, they have not been good. His past two starts, he has gone 9 innings. He's given up 18 hits. He's given up 12 earned runs in his past 2 starts. So today, he gets to try to have a bounce back start against this Mariners team that is just absolutely raking.
I have a question for you about this game as well, about a player on the Mariners.
Okay.
How do you feel about Julio Rodriguez? Remember when he was being talked about as like the next great player? Like it was him and Judge. Mariners fans were saying he's just as good as Aaron Judge, but he's a better defender. He can play center field. What do you think about Julio?
I mean, yeah, he's like definitely not an Aaron Judge. I mean, I don't think. I mean, actually, like, I think he's good.
My opinion on Julio is that he's a slightly above average player. He's a decent player, but when the league was making him out to be the next top 10 player in baseball, I don't think he's even close. So I just wanted to talk about that. I was having a conversation with someone earlier in the day about that, and he had a good game last night. He was great for us, but he's just not someone who I think is as good as what the hype was surrounding him. Had to get that in there.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, no. If I had to break out a top 10 list, he honestly wouldn't even be close.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't think he's in my top 25 to maybe not even top 40. Like legitimately, I don't think he's that good.
So he is definitely nowhere close to that. But yeah, get back to this game here. But yeah, the Mariners, man, their last 4 games, they've scored 11, 14, 7, and 9 runs. Like I said, their bats are on fire. Tonight, I think they can do the same thing. Only difference here tonight is the Mariners are throwing out Luis Castillo, and you know what? He hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been that good either.
I feel the exact same. He hasn't been bad. He hasn't been good. He's been
I mean, he's one of those guys that can go out there and get your team an actual win as long as you're going to put up some actual runs.
Yep.
Which is actually what they've been doing here. Because he's been giving up an average of around like 3 runs a game this past year.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, on
3-2.
average, he's given up 3.38 per 9. That would be his ERA.
So the Twins they're on a cold streak, but their bats don't really seem to be the problem.
No, it's their pitching. It's 100. Look at all the recent games. They've given up a minimum of 9 runs in 4 consecutive games.
Yeah,
can't win like that.
Tonight's a night where, I mean, if they're going to get right, the bats have to get going. I mean, the pitching has to get going too, but tonight I just don't think is that night. So I'm actually going to take the full game over here. As far as the Mariners side, I also like that. As far as the Mariners team actually total over, I like that. I actually thought about all of these, but then just putting it all together, though, I think I just definitely like the full game over more.
I like that. I respect it. I'm going to be on the Mariners yet again, guys. Hey, JD, let's hope we're both right again, because this is kind of how yesterday's conversation about this game went, where you like the team total over a little bit more. I like the Mariners to just win the game outright a little bit more. They won 11-2. So both of our reads pretty much couldn't be any better. And I believe yours cashed by like the 3rd or 4th inning. I was a little jealous when I saw that tweet on Twitter that went out that you already won your max play, and I was sitting there having to sweat a little bit longer. But let's be honest, it wasn't a sweat at all in that game. But yeah, my favorite play today, guys, is definitely going to be the Mariners on the money line. I think Paddock's going to get hit hard, and I think Castillo's going to have a decent performance. It's tough for this Twins team that can't seem to stop giving up runs right now, when you're going up against a guy like Castillo who could kind of shut you down. And then you have Paddock out there, who just really hasn't done a fantastic job in his most recent couple starts. Could that be the heat? Could it be getting a little bit warmer outside, that maybe, he's getting hit a little bit harder, going back to kind of his career averages? Maybe we'll see that play out in that way again tonight. But yet again, JD, my favorite play by far is going to be the Mariners. So let's see the Mariners win in a big fashion yet again and blow them out. Let's see another, 11-2 win tonight. Does that work with you?
Right. Yeah.
That's going to work with me as well. So let's see them run that back and have a big win tonight. All right. We have one more game that we have planned to break down, which is going to be the Phillies and the Astros game. But after this, our guy J-Bo, for some reason, wants us to talk about the minus 350 Detroit Tigers game versus the A's. J-Bo, you're my guy. We fucking got you. We'll, of course, talk about that game. And if anyone else has any other comments, drop them in here, and we will go over that game. But to our final scheduled game of the day, we have the Phillies taking on the Astros. Pitching in this matchup, 2 guys who are pretty good. 2 guys who I like to back. 2 guys who I like to take unders when they're at the bump. We got Ranger Danger Suarez pitching for the Phillies. He's 6-1 on the year with a 2.2 ERA. He also has a whip of a 1.06. In 57 innings of work, he's only walked 14 guys and given up 3 homers. Those are really good underlying metrics for the amount of innings he's pitched. And on the other side is a guy I absolutely love, which I hate to say because I absolutely hate the Astros. But Framber Valdez is a dog. He's 8-4 on the year with a 3.09 ERA and a 1.13 whip. In 96 innings of work, he's accumulated 99 strikeouts and only allowed 6 homers on the year. Very, very good numbers for him there. JD, all that being said, what do you like in this matchup?
Yeah, man, both these teams, well, first off, they're both actually playing well currently here. And then actually, as far as the stars, just like you said, they're actually both pitching well. The biggest difference in this game is that against actually left-handers, which actually both of these guys are, the Astros are the much better. They actually hit left-handers really well. Actually, they're actually not just the better team. They are the much better team here. So that's why I definitely have the Astros favored here. The problem for me is just now the price.
Yeah.
I just can't lay this price. I just don't really see any real value there.
Both teams coming in off a rest day as well, by the way. Both teams got to rest yesterday.
That reminds me. Sorry, pause on this game really quick. Go actually back to the Rays game. This is the Royals' first home game back off of that West Coast trip.
Yep.
So that was another reason why I leaned Rays there. Okay, back to this game. Yeah, man, this actually game here, I think is tough.
Hell yeah, Bruce. Hell yeah.
Always.
Hell yeah.
This, as far as the Astros side, there's how I would have to play it, but I just don't see any value.
Yet again, bro, this is going to be good luck because we got the phantom call yesterday and we won both of our best bets. So I'm pumped that came through because that's going to mean we're going to fucking win our best bets yet again today, JD.
Yep.
All right, for this game, guys, it's a tough one because you can't take the Astros at the price right now. In my opinion, to me, this is a true toss-up game. The Phillies have been playing fantastic baseball as of late. You guys all know that. They've been storming back. They have now surpassed the Mets and have taken first place in the NL East. They've been playing great baseball, as I've said. Winners of 4 out of the last 5. Took care of the Mets, took care of the Marlins. On the other side with the Astros, they're kind of going every other game with a win. And their last 5, win, loss, win, loss, win. So if you believe the win-loss pattern method, which please don't fucking do that. Today they're due for a loss if you do believe in that method, though. For me, it's got to be the under 7.5. And you know how much I hate that, JD. You know how much I love hitting the over on those low totals. But in this game, I do think this one will go comfortably under. I think with both lefties on the mound, they neutralize the other team's best hitters. Schwarber is really bad against lefties. I think Framber Valdez will do a great job against him. On the other side, I do think that we will see Ranger Suarez have a big game today. He's got a 2.2 ERA and he's 6-1 for a reason. So this one to me, I do think will stay low. You can currently get the under 7.5 at a -115. And that's exactly what I'm playing. I'll admit, I do wish this was a flat 8. I would love if this was a flat 8, but 7.5, it's a little scary, but I am definitely still happy to take it. Give me the under 7.5. We will cash this as well. Anything else to add on this game, JD, before we move on to the J-Bell game?
No, that was the one game that I just really didn't have much on.
Then we're going to move it on right away. We don't. I didn't put a banner up. That's my fault, J-Bo, but I'm going to put your question up. Hold on. We got to have something on the screen so people know what the fuck we're talking about. We've had a lot of comments in a little bit, so we appreciate all you guys.
Definitely.
Give me 1 second here. Tigers A's. Boom. All right. J-Bo wants to know what we like in the -350 Detroit Tigers taking on the Athletics. I almost called them the Oakland Athletics. Can we still call them the Oakland Athletics? Do we have to call them the Sacramento Athletics? What the hell do we call them? Who really cares? Because they really haven't been great as of late. Pitching matchup. Highest paid Athletic pitcher in history takes the bump today. In his first year with the Athletics, he comes in with a fantastic 2-7 record living up to his contract. Luis Severino. He's got a 4.45 ERA and a 1.34 whip. He will be pitching to the Detroit Tigers, who have reigning Cy Young winner Tariq Skubal on the bump. 8-2 on the year with a 2.06 ERA and a 0.85 whip. In 96 innings of work, Skubal has allowed 6 homers. Unbelievable numbers there. And to be honest, Sevy has done a good job of keeping the ball in the park as well. He's also pitched 96 innings, which is weird. They literally have 1 out differential between the two pitchers. So Scooball's pitched 96 complete innings. Sevy's pitched 95 and 2/3. So they both pitched 96 innings. And Sevy's only allowed 1 extra homer, only 7. So he doesn't have great numbers, but he has gotten roughed up at home, and we just talked about that earlier. I do think the home stadium for the Athletics really kills their pitching. Same with the Tampa Bay Rays at home, so it's a very similar situation there. All that being said, we got a -310. What do you like in this one, JD?
Yeah, this one's a little just like actually interesting. Because technically, I know it's a -310, -320. I actually show value there. The run line is -130. I actually showed the run line value good up to -150. So I normally don't see that much. So it's very interesting in that. But Severino has been so much better on the road. Sorry, guys, I don't have those numbers pulled actually up at the moment because we haven't.
I got him.
You have him.
2-0 with a 0.93 ERA.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, so yeah, his actual road numbers are definitely like really good. And you have a total here of 7. I think it may have went up to 7.5.
You need new friends, bro. You need new friends if people are doing that.
Yeah, no, that's an easy way to actually lose 300K.
Sure.
But no. So anyway, that's why on the Tigers, like even though I'm showing value, that's why I'm staying off. Because, like, as far as the run line, I feel like you would have to play it that way. And they are the home team, and this should be a lower scoring game. So I'm not sure that I trust the Tigers to win by actually, like 3-1 or 4-1.
Yeah, let me tell you something, JD. It's been tough betting Tigers run line with Skubal on the bump. I think everybody tries to do that because they're always a -250 to -300 when he's on the bump, and they don't cover a lot of those games. I can tell you from firsthand experience, I did a couple this year that made me not want to do that anymore.
Yep.
So I'm with you. For me, I can't be taking anything on this game. Gonna be honest, J-Bo, no action from me. I don't like to take a lot of minus 1.5 lines. You guys hear me talk about that on the show all the time. I'd rather parlay 2 money line favorites than take a minus 1.5. So if there's 2 teams that I like for example, with the Yankees and the Braves today, both of those teams I could have taken good money on the minus 1.5, but I prefer to parlay them. Just to let you guys know my parlay style and my betting style as well. I don't do parlays more than 2 legs. I'd rather do 2 separate 2-leg parlays because the hit rate, once you add a third team to a parlay, drops that hit rate dramatically. I don't mind doing multiple 2-leg parlays, but I do not do more than 2-leggers, at least in baseball. In the NFL season, I'll occasionally have a 3, but I'll never do any parlays on straight bets that is going to be more than 3-leggers there. So for me, this is going to be a no play, but if you want to throw them in a money line parlay where you can find a partner to get it around plus 100, I don't hate that. Do I think the Tigers are going to win? Yeah. Am I comfortable taking them at that price? No. Do I like the run line? No. Do I like anything with the Athletics? No. So for me, it's going to be a no play. But like I said, if you do want to make a parlay out of it, I don't mind that approach. All right, JD. We broke down all the games we're going to go over today. If you guys have any questions, drop them in. But while you guys do that and think if there's anything you want us to say, we're going to go through our best bets for today, Tuesday, June 24th. And guys, as you know, Best Bets is powered by and sponsored by Player Profit. Player Profit is one of the few companies out there, and we partner with them for a reason, that you can get funded and gamble and sports bet with somebody else's money. You have to take one of their challenges. There's different challenges that you can go through. Each challenge, there's a different value for it because you get a different amount of money. You can get more money if you take a bigger challenge, or you get less money if you take a lesser challenge. But either way, they will give you a percentage of the profits when you pass their challenges and start gambling with their money. It's a really unique opportunity where you can take a low amount of money, pass one of their challenges, and then get funded to gamble and sports bet with their cash. And you get, like I said, a percentage of the money back. JD, we did something yesterday, brother. We did something. We did something. Let's show the people what we did.
We won both of our best bets, which does have us, does have us up now.
We're up.
We're up $514. And guys, something we wanted to bring up is with us doing it this way, just doing our best bet through here. This is going to take us some time here. For most people, this goes by. This is actually pretty fast, but it's hard with just using 2 picks like actually every day here. But we are on our way, as everybody can see there. Yeah, let's go and show them how everything works here, man. We're gonna go over here to baseball. We're going to put in our best bets live here with you. So Alpha, what is your best bet?
Mariners, baby. The line is moved. Let's see what it is up to date here. I don't want to say what the line is in case let's see if we get a nice surprise here. Because what I'm saying is that the Mariners are now a live dog. And they were favorites just a little while ago.
Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can refresh this. There it is.
There we go.
I was about to say, I've never had that happen. But anyway, you said the Mariners are a dog now?
See.
Mariners are a dog.
See. Let's go. We love that. Minus 108 right now. Basically the same price I'm saying on all other books as well.
So that's what we're going to go with here. And
50,000 on it. Let's just go all in on the challenge. 50,000. We win on the Mariners. We lose on the Mariners. I'm kidding, guys.
You know what? I also really like yours. So today we're going to risk $750.
Let's go. I love that.
We're going to risk $750 on it there.
Come on.
Place that pick. And then I'm going to go to that same game. You know what? The Twins being favored, the market moving that way, makes me like the over even more. Because I definitely think the Mariners are actually going to get runs here. And then the market is saying that the Twins are also. So you can get the over at minus 109. I really like that. So we're going to play to actually win 1,000 here.
Cool. Let's get it.
Place that pick. Then you can go back to our dashboard. There's both of our best bets.
There it is.
I'm on the Mariners Twins over 8.5 runs, down to 20,000, and then we're risking 750 on Alpha's Mariners money line.
If we hit this, we're essentially halfway to completing the challenge. If we hit both. So that's what we're going here. Question from Thomas before we get the hell out of here today. Do either of us like the Red Sox? I do like the Red Sox tonight with Crochet and Tyler Anderson on the bump for the Angels. It's just a -175 favorite, so I'm sure you can assume what I'm going to say here, but I would find a money line parlay partner for the Red Sox. I don't like them on the -1.5, but at -175, I do think you could find some value and parlay them with another piece. JD, thoughts?
Yes, Red Sox. Yes, I do like them. I have not played them. That's a game that I'm not going to play. Because, like I said, it's a big slate today, and I just like too many other things.
Yeah, I agree.
As far as actually player profit, though, we do have to say, we were going to release this tomorrow, but I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody about it now, so you can go and take advantage of it. If you buy a 5K account with them, you will actually get one extra month of VIP free. If you do a 10K, you'll get 2 months free. If you do the 25K, you're gonna get 3 months. So anyway, up and up, and then actually, like if you actually do the actual 100K challenge, you will get a full year of the MBM VIP free.
I'll throw mine in there too.
So we do not have a graphic up for that yet. Like I said, we hadn't planned on doing this yet today. So if you want to get on that, make sure to actually DM us so we can make sure to get you set up. But also make sure to use code MBM. We'll get you an extra 10% off of it also.
Absolutely. So take advantage of that offer, guys. As JD said, I'll mirror whatever he's doing with that. I don't remember the specifics of the challenges you said, but I know there will be a tweet that you put out. So make sure you tag me in there. I will offer a month of my VIP to all of that as well. All right, JD. 1,300 of you are still rocking with us. We appreciate every fucking one of you mofos out there who's rocking with us and continue to rock with us every single day. Y'all make this as fun as it is, and we really enjoy getting on here, chatting it up with you guys, breaking down the games, and giving out some winners. JD, any parting words for the people before we get the fuck out of here today?
Guys, yesterday was a good start to the week. It sounds like for actually all of us. Let's keep that going. Let's have a huge week. Like, actually, not just a good week. Like, let's have a huge week, guys.
You know what we're going to do, JD? We're going to go from good to great this week.
Yep. That is it. But yeah, guys, let's all have a big day. Let's have a big Tuesday, and let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win, brother. We'll be back tomorrow, as you guys know. Same time, same place. Peace, everybody.